From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. You know, we've got a lot of photos to go through, so let's get right to it. A lot of you sent in those photos via the app. I certainly appreciate that. I want to thank Neil and Kathy for sending in this picture from Lewiston Valley. Not sure what mountain that is off in the distance, but I mean, just a gorgeous shot nonetheless. Looks like out in their backyard. This is out at Junction City, courtesy of Debbie. You can see kind of a bit of a wet snow kind of weighing down those tree branches, but certainly some good snow up there. We take you out to Lakehead at about 1,900 feet, courtesy of Cleve K. Kind of a nice shot here. Some of the snow on the tree there and off in the distance, still looking at a lot of that snow. Just a winter wonderland in a lot of places that typically don't see it. Out at Scott Valley, this is courtesy of Deb. What a beautiful shot. You know, I don't get up to Scott Valley enough, but any pictures I do see of the valley, it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this is picturesque with the clouds, some clearing out there. You've got the snow-capped mountains, and not to mention that whole field filled in with that snow. We look at Weaverville, courtesy of Shelley, one of our regulars on Coffee with Kruger. Thank you, Shelley, for sending in this picture out at Weaverville. And in some, you just go a little bit higher above town, and there certainly was a bit more snow up there as well. And there have been plenty of chain requirements on Highway 299 around the Weaverville area as well. But thank you again, Shelley. Take a look at Mount Shasta City. This is Rob Ramshaw, of course, the owner of the Ace Hardware store there. By the way, they have in their store the 24-hour streaming channel of Weather NorCal. So I want to thank him for, of course, his support of Weather NorCal. And, you know, we take a look at Mount Shasta and initially thinking, you know, they're going to be a foot or two of snow. You know, it's still early. You know, we still have the rest of the evening tonight and tomorrow and even Monday to add on to what we're seeing here. So, I mean, it's not over just yet. But as it stands right now, maybe not as much snow in many areas as initially thought. That could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing. I guess it depends on how you look at it. This is overlooking Alturas, and there you can see, of course, the icicles there off in the distance, a lot of the clouds, but there's Alturas kind of off in the distance here. So this is slightly above the town, the city of Alturas, but still kind of a good representation of what they're seeing there. And this is out in Hayfork. Look at the blue skies. Things have cleared out here later this morning here for Katrina Taylor out in Hayfork. Look at all of the snow up there. Hayfork and Weaverville don't typically see a lot of snow, but certainly some good amounts there here so far this morning. If you want to share your photos, you can do that from the free Weather NorCal app. Just go to your iPhone or your Android store, search for Weather NorCal, and you can download that app for free. And then, of course, you can share your photos as well. All right. You know, I talked about, you know, doing the quick forecast to begin with and then the deep dive after that. Well, here's the way I'm going to do it. I'm kind of fine-tuning all of this. The noon update, I'm going to reserve that for just a general update overall. So we're not going to be doing any kind of special format for that. It's just going to be your typical forecast. Typically, it's going to be shorter than the morning and not to mention the evening update. So just kind of a heads up on that. But we take a look at our weather headlines. A chance of thunderstorms through the weekend, periods of heavy rain, snow, and gusty winds. Now, we really, for many of us, haven't seen much, especially in the valley. But I think that could change. Again, maybe some thunderstorms here. There still will be travel delays. There still are chain requirements out there, and we'll probably still be looking at those chain requirements overnight tonight and through the rest of the weekend. But it looks like there is some light at the end of the tunnel to finally see a break by the middle of next week. There's the area of low pressure. There's the cold air associated with it. There's the flow going right into Northern California. And this is the type of storm system where we see a break, then we see rain, we see a break, then we see rain, or instead of rain, sometimes snow, depending on your elevation. We still have that chance for thunderstorms this afternoon with brief periods of heavy rainfall, gusty, damaging winds, maybe some accumulating hail, and not to mention lightning. The chances are a bit slimmer, but most of the activity here for tomorrow will be along the coast as far as thunderstorms are concerned, although we can't rule out maybe some activity here for parts of the valley as well. So looking at Futurecast, we're going to take you with your snow level starting off they're going to be around 1,000 feet, give or take. Now, they have been climbing a little bit here this morning, but I do expect to see them drop again going into this afternoon and not to mention tonight. So you can see, again, not much activity for the valley, but still seeing some snow flurries in the higher elevations. We go through the afternoon, we could see another disturbance pass through, giving us a chance for showers and thunderstorms in the valley and more snow in the mountains. That will mean more chain requirements, not out of the question throughout the day for us to see off and on chances for those chain requirements on I-5, especially near Mount Shasta City and then northward towards Weed and maybe even north towards Wairika. There's Highway 299. We also take you out to a Highway 36. Still a lot of snow out there. We still just have the continued chance for isolated snow flurries off and on. Now, the best chance for snow in the north end of the valley around Redding, maybe the city of Shasta Lake, maybe as far south as Anderson and Cottonwood, will be early tomorrow morning. Here you can see a little bit of snow out towards the city of Shasta Lake and near Redding as well, but it's going to be very short-lived and it won't be very heavy if we see anything. And then as we go into the noon hour, better chances for showers and maybe some thunderstorms, but snow levels still around 1,000 feet. Now you'll notice we're just seeing those scattered snow flurries through the day on Sunday. Probably won't be as bad. And then there you can see still around 1,000 feet. Now, that pretty much breaks up, and then the next storm system comes in. Now, this one will also start off with some fairly low snow levels as we have the cold air in place. This is 6 a.m. on Monday, still around 1,000 feet, getting close to Redding, but you can see some of the green in there. That's the rain. So it's going to be mainly in the form of rain for Redding, but heavier rainfall off the coast here Monday morning. Then Monday afternoon, that turns into showers, maybe even some thunderstorms Monday. But we're still seeing another round of some decent rain for some of us, and not to mention snow. But eventually that will start to clear out. Let's take a look at those road conditions for the rest of the day today into tomorrow. So we can see around noon still a lot of green for Highway 299. But then later this evening, we're back to blue with that snow, not to mention up towards I-5 as well. And then, of course, we're still looking at that chance for snow overnight into early tomorrow morning for I-5, Highway 299. So again, we'll be dealing with that most likely, a lot of what we did see last night and early this morning for many areas going into tomorrow morning. Then you can see, of course, again, as Sunday morning, still seeing some of that activity, but it should start to kind of quiet down by Sunday afternoon. Now, speaking of Sunday afternoon, there are your snow totals through 5 p.m. You can see these are some pretty realistic numbers that we're seeing here. This is through Sunday, but take a look as we could see some more additions to some of these here as we go into Monday. Could that be overdoing it? We'll see. Are we going to see 8 to 12 inches once all is said and done for Weaverville? Maybe. Keep in mind, you might see 4 to 8 inches of snow through Sunday, maybe a little bit of melting, and then maybe, when you kind of combine it all together. So it may not eventually reach a total of 12 inches, but, we'll see. But bottom line is we're still going to be looking at that low elevation snow off and on through Monday. Now, the wind's not a very big factor over the next few days. It will be a little gusty for us, some of us, over the next few days, but Monday's storm system is what's going to really bump up those winds again. Gusts possibly over 30 miles per hour for many of us in the valley. There's a look at futurecasts as we go into your Monday and not to mention your Tuesday. Still that chance for rain and not to mention high elevation snow. But by Wednesday, that's all pretty much gone, and we keep it dry through the end of next week, but maybe, just maybe, a chance for some more rain by a week from today. So yes, we get a break, but then we have more storm systems, as you can see, coming out from the north and west. Here's a look at your forecast for all of Northern California. You can see the chance for thunderstorms in the valley, chance for thunderstorms for the coast. Otherwise, we're looking at scattered snow flurries throughout the rest of the afternoon and into tonight for the higher elevations. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day outlook. We'll start off with Mount Shasta, Alturas, and Susanville. Snow levels around 1,000 feet, give or take, for today and tomorrow. We're starting to see them slowly increase by Monday, Tuesday, but then we expect to see that break by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Could see some thunderstorms this afternoon for the valley, maybe even some thunderstorms on Sunday. Otherwise, that mix for today and tomorrow, probably more like tonight and into tomorrow. Red Bluff, I've got that mixed in there, but again, most likely in the form of rain. Showers for Chico, Sunday, Monday, not to mention Tuesday, drying out by the middle of next week and lasting through the end of next week. There's a look at your 7-day outlook for the coast, inland, and Weaverville. Again, those snow levels slowly rising back up to 2,000 feet by Tuesday, and then we dry things out by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.